Okay, so I'm here with Alex White, Lauren Sokolowski, and Lauren Ebenhart. Guys, just talk about the experience you've had so far. For two of you, it's your first Final Four. Maybe Lauren can shed a different light since it's your second, I think.
Well, yesterday was an amazing experience with all the fans that came, the fan buses for sure. Just like seeing them all pour in was really cool, and seeing how much support we got from the Ramily.
The surprises with the white shirts and the faces.
Yeah,
and
faces. Yeah, the faces were cool.
Popping around like in the crowds. It's just like, oh man.
Just kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then you see your face and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh.
When you're serving, your face is like.
But it kind of just makes me want to like fight that much harder when you have
Yeah.
like all those fans there, and like, so it feels really good.
It's a good support system, and like it makes like a good atmosphere, and like I think we all enjoyed it. Like it was so much fun to play, and like knowing that everyone like had our backs was kind of really nice.
Yeah.
And being our first Final Four, it kind of took a lot of pressure off us. We know Ottawa came in with a lot of pressure because they had to redeem themselves from last year and losing in the finals. So that also helped. So it was more, I feel, of a relaxed atmosphere for us than them. And we really like used that to our advantage in the first. We weren't able to kind of uphold it, but we were able to still like put a pretty strong fight.
And we were able to like play with freedom and just like kind of have fun and try and stay as relaxed as possible. Like knowing that it was our first Final Four, it was kind of like really like I bet everyone was nervous kind of thing, but we still got to play with like calmness, like freedom, and we just had a really good time.
We knew going in that we just really wanted to learn from the experience and absorb of it as much as we could and live in the moment and grow
Play together and grow together.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
Do you think even though the tournament is in Toronto, do you think staying in the hotel and getting that kind of team bonding experience when you're not playing helps as well?
Yeah, I think it's been really beneficial.
Yeah, because we haven't had that many road trips this year.
Yeah.
Like a lot where we need to like get to like stay in a hotel and like kind of like
Just be together.
and like yeah, I think it was definitely beneficial because it gets us to like relax. We don't have to worry about commuting and getting back and forth and
Yeah.
like being worried about like getting enough sleep or when we have to arrive somewhere. It's kind of just like we get to just chill.
It just makes you feel like you're like away from everything too, you know? Like you're able to
separate the other outside
yeah.
worries, maybe with school and work.
Yeah. And we finished last night and we didn't just all go our separate ways and like we were still all together, so that was really good.
Yeah.
Did it change your game day routines at all? Like, talk about what you guys did to prepare.
We can go up for chorus, which
Yeah.
is what we do every night.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that
we'll see how
changed.
tonight goes. Just kidding.
But no, I think it doesn't really affect us
Yeah.
too much because we just prepare the same way every game.
As soon as we get to the gym, it's always the same structure and everything. So
And those are the biggest aspects, like the 2 hours leading up to the game, whereas it's like important to get a good night's sleep and a good breakfast in the morning, but those routines are, at the beginning of the year that you have to be able to change
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
whether you're on the road or you're at home. So those hours at the gym are really what we look for, and like the routines that we try and stick to as much as we can.
yeah, and we still have our own like downtime too. That personally, if we need to prepare for the match in a certain way, then we've been able to do that.
And just one last question. You're taking on Toronto tonight. I know that you had a video session already this morning. Talk about what you're expecting from them and what we can expect to see from you guys.
An incredibly long match.
Yeah, they're a team that's kind of similar to us in that they like to play long matches and long rallies and stuff. So
It's gonna
it'll be
be
good.
It might not be the prettiest volleyball, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be like really intense, really fun. Like we're both very tactical with what we do, so I think it should be interesting to see who comes out on top because it's gonna be really tight rallies, really tight games, I assume, and it's just gonna be who wants it more.
Both of us are really comfortable playing in those tight situations and stuff. I think so.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen them since our very first game of the season, so much stuff has changed with them and with us, so it's going to be really interesting to...
Does that make it harder to prepare, do you think, or is it easy to prepare because you have so much video on them now?
I don't know. I think it's
In a sense, I think it's a little harder just because I was trying to think back last night as to what we did before, and I'm like, what did we do?
Yeah.
Because we've just played so many games in between, but I think
Yeah.
it's almost kind of nice because it's kind of like a fresh start, and so we get to kind of like adapt like in the moment, but we've prepared well enough like right now, so I don't know, it should be interesting.
And the biggest thing is like how we come into it and our performance. So that's all that.
And our mindset of who wants it more and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be just a bronze medal match, but it still means something. And
It's a gold medal match in our hearts.
I was gonna say not many teams get to end their season in the playoffs with a win,
Yeah.
unless you win the championship. So, how big would that win be for you guys? Thanks, Justin.
Say that again.
I said not many teams in the playoffs get to end their season with a win unless you win the championship. So what would it mean for you guys to win or to end on a positive note like that?
I think it would just be nice to take it into next year.
Mhm.
Just like, because we're not losing anyone right now. We're gonna be a completely different team next year from what we are now. But I think it'll be nice to go into the future coming off a win, building on that, and then we start and take it from there. I think.